What's up? What's up? What's up? This is so last minute. I'm testing something out. So uh, I was trying to get someone to keep it a buck crew to hop on with me. What's up, y'all? What's up, everybody? Latoya, Roll Tide, DSG, Roll Tide. No, hello, bruh. Because I ain't finna say go dogs, even though I just said it. OG Gil Cruz, Roll Tide, my brother. Roll Tide. Gil, I was trying to get Dwight to come on here with me, and everything, because I'm testing my panel out. This is actually just a test run, and I was trying to get Dwight to come on, and he said, I'm not gonna go on there. I'm trying to get somebody. I'm just trying to see, did I do it right? Because we're getting ready. I told y'all I'm not playing about this thing. I'm getting ready to take it to the next level. And so I'm testing something out. This is just for starters. I'm building this thing one little bit at the time, but I can't get nobody from the Keeping It a Buck crew to come live with me. I mean, look, my own producer said, I ain't going out there, And so, I mean, I know Dwight good looking and everything, but good gracious alive, bruh. We just tested something out. I ain't telling you to knock them dead. Did everybody have a good day today? Y'all, today was one of those days. As a teacher, there was one of my students. If my hat could have had a propeller in it and the ceiling and the roof would have opened, I would have put my hat on autopilot and I would have flown home. I would have just came back and got my car later. It was just one of those days today with a particular student just getting on my nerves, just whiny, like whiny, man. Ugh. But anyway, I'm glad to see everybody. Latoya, what's going on with you? Talk to me. Tell me something good. Let me hold something. Give me some money. Yeah. I'm glad to see y'all, man. Golly. I'm just trying, y'all. I'm just trying something new, but I just wanted to come live for just a minute to see what I had. So y'all are here, and hey, I'm just happy to, well, let me take that back. No, none. I had none. Dwight, the biggest thing I was just doing was checking out my StreamYard, the address that I gave. I just want to see if I did it right, making sure that I did, if I making sure that everybody got it that I sent it to, and and that's all I want to see, if I could, just to see what I was doing. I was just doing a test on it tonight, and since I said I was here, I just went on and did a live right quick. I'm not even gonna be on here long. I just wanted to see that I do this right. I wanted to see the product and everything. This is one I'm not even gonna let it go out, because I'm not gonna be on here that long. But just saying hello to everybody, that's a cool thing. And Latoya said she had one Mountain Dew today. That's good. I had 0. Y'all, I started for those of you that don't know, I just recently diagnosed as a diabetic, and I started my Mounjaro injections a couple of days ago. Yesterday and today, I had the worst reaction to them and everything. So y'all pray for your boy. Y'all pray for your boy. It's been rough, man. It has been rough. Thank you, Latoya. I'm trying. I want to live a little longer. I got some things I want to accomplish, and I just got to get it together. That's all. So, but y'all, 2 things before we go. So I'll probably come back on here tomorrow But just know this, I have about 12 more days of school, and then I'll be able to really launch some things here and be a little bit more consistent for the summer. Um, I'm telling you now that there will be a couple of times that I will be out of town, but I'm carrying all of my equipment with me. So where I am, I can still continue to do my lives. Just because I'm might be on vacation or something, that don't mean that the long run stops. No, sir, no, ma'am. I'm still going on because I'm still, uh, just wanting the fellowship and talk about Bama football, talk about Georgia football, because one of the things we can, Gil, Latoya, I'm gonna need you. You're gonna need to give OG Gil a whooping. He has been on it the last 2 weeks. He has been on it. I mean, just on it. He just being bad. I'm like my mama. He just need a whooping. He need a whooping. So Latoya, I'm gonna need you to handle up on that. I'm gonna let you handle OG Gil because his brother just can't do nothing with him. He need a whooping. He need a whooping, Latoya. He need one. He just being bad. My goodness. But I've had this. He's the comedian. But I don't know, Latoya. Now, when you get him, Bino, JB, and Gary together, look. I'm not even getting up in that, and I'm a comedian myself. But when those four get together, I'm done. I'm done. I cannot hold a light to them. I don't even try. I don't even try. I promise you I don't. I don't even try. It is just crazy. But anyway, back to what I was saying, that even though I might be on vacation or visiting grandchildren or whatever, the show still is going to go on. We're still going to talk football. We're still going to talk about Alabama. We're going to still talk about Georgia. As a matter of fact, there will be a week that we designate to the SEC alone. Probably sometime leading up to SEC Media Day, okay? Leading up to that. So we'll be we're going to be highlighting the SEC. And then there will be a time that one of these times, hopefully OG Gill and Coach Sean will be on here to talk about the NIL, the transfer portal, how some things really work from what they've seen as former players and coaches, from what they've seen just up close and personal, how it works, what doesn't work, what it is about, what it is not about. We're gonna have some shows, have a show or two dedicated to that, and I would love for. I've already asked both OG Gill and Coach Sean to come on and talk about it, and they both consented to do it. And then to have some fun along the way, we're gonna talk about HBCUs. We're gonna, and I'm not saying that in a case of disrespect. No. Because my mom is an HBCU grad, alum, and all that good stuff, along with I have cousins and aunts and uncles that are HBCU alum. And so we're going to be talking about that, especially as it relates to D9. And when you really want to see D9 cut up, I'm being honest with you, when you really want to see D9 cut up, let it be football season. Let it be football season. I'm not worried about probates and step shows and this, that, and the third, because we already know that that's going to happen. That goes without saying. But when you really want to see D9 represent, go to a football game. Man, they take the show. They take the show. So we're gonna have a pretty cool summer. We're gonna and then, like I said, talking about Alabama football, talking about the SEC, but we have some serious things coming on concerning college football, like we talked about it a little bit last night. The Michigan deal, that particular court case starts in a few weeks. So we're hoping that the courts will do the right thing concerning Michigan. You know, I found out, I got a little bit more clarity today about why, and I wish Bino was on here, as to why the NCAA has not taken the time to chastise Michigan. And I come to find out today that that's not really the case. It's not. It's something else. And so this is going to be a thing of patience. So we have a lot of things going on. And then number two, we've got out in Oakland, California, where Judge Claudia Wilkins, I think that's her name, she's going to be soon making a ruling concerning, I think it's NIL and revenue sharing and things like that. So there's a lot on the horizon with the NCAA, college football, just college sports in general. And we want to be able to talk about it. We want to talk about our expectations of some things, as well as what our different teams are going to be doing. So the long run with Piano Man, you know, I'm excited. So when these 11, 12 days are up, it's going to be all systems go. Okay? It's going to be all systems go. Gil says strip Michigan of their title. That's my thing right there, Gil. My thing is strip them of their title. And not only strip them of their title, strip them of some more stuff too. Strip them of some more stuff. I'm always a firm believer in this. If you want to make them suffer, hit them where it hurts. And we all know where that is. That's in the pocketbook. That's in the wallet. That's in the bag. See? So we're going to be discussing a lot. So keep your eyes on California. It's Oakland to be exact. This is where all of this is taking place concerning the courts. And so just keep your eye open. Keep your eyes and your ears open. Lots of things are about to take place within the NCAA. So now is not the time to be lackadaisical. Now is not the time to say, well, I'll catch up on it later. No, because all of these things involve all of the schools, all of them. And we need to be on point. We need to know what's actually going on, especially if we're following the school, if we're following a particular team. Now, for me and the Keeping It a Buck crew, along with others, we're watching Bama. We know that DSG is watching Georgia. I know that come in here every so often. We have a Florida State fan. So this college football year is not just about just wins and losses on the field, on the court, on the diamond, whatever. But this is about wins and losses even in the courtroom. We because somebody's going to get their feelings hurt. So let's just keep up with what we got going. I'm just saying, it's an exciting time. It's very exciting. So with that being said, let's just keep abreast of what's happening. I'm going to end with this. All day long today, I'm gonna let DSG answer that because I heard something today concerning that, Latoya. But I'm gonna let DSG answer that, and because he keeps up with that better than I do. But I did hear something. If he addresses it, then I'm gonna piggyback with him. But like I said before, uh, even though we're majority Bama, we do not discriminate against other schools. What you say? It's the governor, y'all. It's JB. Latoya, here's the other comedian right here. Here's the other comedian right here. You know, between this is Brooklyn. You know what? You know what? I know what to call both Gil and JB. Brooklyn's tightest. They're Brooklyn's tightest. Them two tight brothers right there. They are Brooklyn's tightest. Nobody represents Brooklyn, New York like these two brothers right here. Nobody. Nobody can beat Gil, OG Gil, and JB representing Brooklyn. Nobody. And I hope they know I mean that what I say. Nobody can beat them representing that. Nobody. Show me somebody that can beat that think that they can beat these two go OG Gil and JB representing Brooklyn, New York. And I'll show you somebody that don't know their head from third base. I'm just being honest with you. These two represent Brooklyn, New York, harder than Chinese arithmetic. I'm just saying. So, but it's good to see the governor, JB, and always OG Gil. That's my producer, Dwight, who's responsible for a lot of different things that we do. It's not Piano Man. I give credit where credit is due. And so thankful for Dwight. But back to what I was saying, but we tend to help all or represent and talk about all football venues, but we are mainly Alabama, and but we don't disrespect anyone else. So the more the merrier. Come on in, you know. Now there are some teams, you know, we know Alabama don't play them, and so you know. But we still represent. We love our Alabama Crimson Tide. Win, lose, or draw, we love them. Gil said that you better have a pass when you cross that bridge. Yeah. I'm gonna be OG Gil and JB. May I say this? You better have a pass just coming in Brooklyn. You better have a pass just coming over there. You got to know somebody that knows somebody, because when you're dealing with OG Gil and JB and Brooklyn, you better know somebody. I'm just saying what I'm saying. Better know somebody. Yeah, but that's what's happening within the world of sports right about now. That oh yeah, JB. Oh, most definitely. They gonna know if you not, man. Please, if you a tourist going where JB and Gil hang out, if you a tourist, those two fellas, you need to get to know them. You better get to know them real quick. You better get to know them. So I'm telling you now, if you're ever in Brooklyn, New York, find these two guys. Find them. Look them up real quick and tell them Piano Man sent you. I'm just saying now. Hear me real good. I'm just saying. But anyway, back to what we were talking about right quick before I go. There's a lot going on in the sports world right about now. So what happens in these next few weeks is going to go a long way with what's going to happen within football season. I'm telling you, and not just football season, but in all of the sporting venues. Things that are happening in these next 2 to 3 weeks, or just saying now. So just know what's happening. Just know what's happening. Keep your eye on the news. Keep your eye. Check Google every now and then. Google these things. Check YouTube. They come through that too. So with that being said, just keep your eye open. Keep your eye open, and we'll go from there. Now, what I'm not going to do tonight is give you this information that I have. I spent some time today getting some information, about an upcoming game. Me personally, I do not. Hey, Anitra, roll tide, Anitra, roll tide. Good to see you. Good to see you. These late night musings got folks coming out. Okay, I'm not gonna make this too much of a habit. I try to be on earlier and everything, but I'm just testing some things tonight. But what was I about to say? I forgot just that quick. Saw Anitra in my and forgot what I was about to say. So glad to see Anitra. But we just got a lot coming up with our in the world of sports, and some things are going to change. Oh, I know what I was about to say. God, I just looked at what I was going to actually talk about. I'm not going to start that tonight, but I want to tell you that a lot of people are looking down the road. I'm talking about Alabama fans. We're looking down the road. 11-1, 12-0, 9-3. JB and OG Gill. There were a lot of people on the different talk shows today already here at the 7th of May, giving their prediction, and there were a lot of 11-1, 10-2. Now, and there were even a couple of 9-3, and you know how that kind of stuff goes. But my question is that thank you, Latoya. I wasn't even going to the big screen tonight, but see, you sound like me. I just want to go 1-0 each week. That's my line. That's my line. That Latoya, you all right with me? Now that's what's up. That statement surmises how I feel. I'm not looking toward 2, 3, 4, 5 games down the road. I'm looking at game number 1. Game 1. I'm not looking at ULM. I'm not looking at Wisconsin. And then the last one is, in September. I'm not looking at Georgia. Oh, excuse me. I'm not looking at Georgia. I'm looking at Florida State, Tallahassee. That's where we're going. We're going into a hostile environment. And by the way, JB, you were right. I think you were right. One of you all, OG Gill, won, but Roy Dale Williams is starting for Florida State. I read that today. He, matter of fact, because I'm starting here in the next little bit. Matter of fact, I think I'm gonna be on tomorrow after I get out of choir rehearsal. I will be on tomorrow, and I think that's gonna be the first thing that we talk about is upcoming opponents. And I want to start with Florida State. I don't want to start with Georgia. I don't want to start with Tennessee. I don't want to start with nobody but who we're getting ready to play. Hey, Carla, how are you? Wait a minute, Carla. Can Gill come out to play? Because I don't see him. I see him on here, but he's not in the chat like what normally Gill be talking a whole bunch of smack, but Carla's here. Okay, Gil has perked up now. Oh, you made it, Carla. Uh-oh. This is gonna get interesting. Okay, cool, Latoya. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to highlight what JB said. Y'all gonna fool around here and make me have a show after all. See, I said we will win 11 games. I also feel we need to be focused on FSU, period. That's what you're saying. That's what Latoya's saying, JB. That's what I'm saying. But JB, can I and Latoya, can I, but let me finish. But it's deeper than that. Are we winning now? Winning now would be what's the standard? Who's leading this culture? JB, on that last part, I believe that when we had no scholarship players leave, when we had no scholarship players to leave, that's a sign right there to a certain degree that Coach Kalen DeBoer, his culture is sticking. They're believing in it. So he does have, from what I'm gathering, he does have control of the team. He has it. And there is delegated authority. So we should bounce back this year. And I'm just going to leave it right there like that for right now. That's true. I understand that when KB doesn't suit up, but those guys understand the mission. They're understanding the mission. And they are, if you getting on certain different social media venues, they're working out. They're not just sitting around getting fed, if you will. Those guys, they've gone home. Those that went home are home, and they are working out. They're working out. So I believe it's going to be okay, JB. And some things are best, and you said this before, some things are just best left quietly said. Just be quiet about it. Go about your work quietly, and wow your people when you come out. Now, Gil, you're true, you're right. But in this case, I would love to know, now just being straight up, because like JB said, he said 11-1. And I'm going to question, where would, in JB's case, where would the one loss come from? And in Gil's case, where would you say the 3 losses would come from? I'm just going to take the JB and the Latoya approach. I just want to go 1-0 each week, 1-0. I'm not worried about down the road. I'm worried about August the 30th. I think that's when it is of this year. We're playing Florida State. We're not playing Florida State, ULM, Wisconsin, Georgia. No, we're just playing Florida State. So I'm just worried about that one game, Florida State. Then we can say we're 1-0. We're 1-0. And so I'm not reading in no championships. I'm not reading in no nothing. I'm just reading in the fact that if we beat Florida State, we will be 1-0. Can't argue with that. We will be 1-0. Carla, you got your fan club in here. You got your fan club. But anyway, I'm gonna be setting up some things tomorrow and everything, and be back on soon as I can for right after rehearsal and everything. Well, Carla, they're gonna be on a plane, dude. Now the band, I don't know who's doing what, but If you following the bus back to T-Town, it'd probably be the pep bus. the Geek Squad. I'm just sitting here, Carla, just giving my little unofficial prediction. I'm not going to give a score because I don't know anything about how the offense is going to look or the defense. But I'm just going to say this. I believe Bama will beat them. Bama's going to beat them. Now, that's not to say Florida State's not going to be hyped up, because when I give you some information that I'm going to give you, you're going to see why the excitement is there. Gil says, Roydell's my boy, but we'll hold him to 57 yards rushing. Exactly. Our defense should shine in this game. Set the tone. Set the tone. That's our family. You got that right, Carla. You know. And I'm just saying, but if our defense is on point, if our offense is on point, Florida State, we should beat them. And like both JB and LaToya said, we'll be 1-0. And JB, see, you know what, JB? This is what I was trying to say the other day, but we got certain Bama fans that don't really listen, because some of them don't know. They don't know ball. Let's put it like this. You're putting all of this emphasis on the O-line, but you got your D-line that you have to worry about too. Like JB said, we better have a strong D-line. The D-line has to be strong because you can't put the pressure on the linebackers just yet. Oh, yeah. Look, you know what? You're right, LaToya. He's going to want to run for 100 yards and more. And I'm going to say this now. Now, LaToya, let your boy say this. And I'm going back to what, here we go. Let me put this right here. And then I'm going to say what I have to say. If this is not strong, what JB is saying right here, if this is not up to par, then this is what's going to happen. And take that word wanna out and then finish reading the sentence. If the D-line is not strong, then Roydell is going to run for 100 yards on his former team. I'm saying now. I'm like the keeping it a buck crew. I'm keeping it a buck with you. If the D-line in that Florida State game is not solid, Roydell Williams will run, and I'm gonna do you one better, for over 100 yards. That dude can run, man. That dude is a beast, but he can be tamed. But the D-line has to do their part. You can't leave that just up to the linebackers and the DBs. That D-line has to attack. That D-line has to be focused. That D-line has to, don't give up nothing. Like you said, we can hold him to 50 yards. And even less if you get real aggressive. Gil said should beat Florida State by at least 24 points. We should. We should. But like I said, I've said it before, I will say it again. Both D-line, O-line, that's where my problems lie. I'm not worried about the quarterback. I'm not worried too much about the running backs. Definitely not worried about the run of the wide outs. I'm not worried about them. I'm not worried about the linebackers too much, and I'm definitely not worried about the DBs. I'm worried about D-line, O-line. If those two come with it, we're going to be in there. So, Toya, he won't get 100. Sound like film study needs to start now. Yeah. 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 But you know what though, JB, the sad part about that is this. Doing film study right about now on Boston College, on Boston College, on Florida State, nah. Problem's gonna be that won't be the same Florida State team from last year. Remember, Florida State had a quarterback who couldn't quarterback either. He couldn't quarterback. That dude couldn't quarterback. And in Wendell's humble opinion, that was the majority of Florida State's problem, was the quarterback. Now, LaToya says Castellanos was a good quarterback at Boston College. I'm curious to see how he does in a Malzahn offense. What you think? Well, I'll be honest with you, LaToya. Castellanos was good at Boston College up to a certain part of the year. And then it was almost like he fell off. And then they started someone else. And let's just, and let's just be honest. And Boston College, in that ACC, they were beating some people that they weren't supposed to beat. Bill O'Brien, good old Bob, had those guys playing. Now, the games that they lost, they were supposed to lose. But some of the games that they won, they were not supposed to win. But they did. Excuse me. So I'm just saying now, it's going to be interesting to see. Real interesting to see. But still, in my humble, unsolicited opinion, I still believe Bama beats Florida State. Bama beats them. Bama beats them. I can almost see it now. I believe they get out on Castellanos. I believe they get out on him early to not let him establish a rhythm. I believe they don't let him establish a rhythm. And when you don't let the quarterback establish a rhythm, it's going to be hard for a running back to establish a rhythm because the line is the O-line play is going to be sort of, hit and miss, if you will. Now, will Florida State be better than they were last year? Sure they will. Sure they will. But the truth of the matter is, under LaToya asks, how would he look under Malzahn offense? The truth of the matter is, part of the reason Central Florida let Malzahn go is because that wasn't working no more. Now, from what I'm understanding, Central Florida has gotten Scott Frost back. Now that's going to help them soar. Man, I'm going to tell you like this. What's up, Fangles? What the business is? Hey, Susan, good to see you. Gil, I was watching that game. They hit Francois so hard, man. He walked up out of there and he was shaking like a leaf on the tree. They punished him. They punished him. Fingers, what the business is, player? Tell me something good. Tell me something good. Good to see Susan. It's good to see everybody on this late night. I'm just trying something out, y'all, and testing something. But tomorrow night, hopefully, we'll have more of a test. I hear you. Okay. The Thunder Better, who, man, can y'all believe, on another note, can y'all believe Boston lost again? Did I read that right? And we haven't heard from Francois since Latoya. I couldn't have put that any better. We haven't heard from Francois since Alabama beat them back in the gap. I'm just saying. We hadn't heard nothing from Francois since Alabama beat them back in the gap. So, I mean, you know. SGA and the boys got Westbrook on the floor. Oh, really? Oh. Fingers. Didn't Boston lose again? Seemed like I read that tonight. Or did I look at it, you know? Okay, gotcha. Okay. The Knicks, man. The Knicks, bruh. Lord Jesus. Yes, OG Gill, the Knicks giving Boston the business. They giving them the bid. Go bit. Yeah, 2-0. And you're going back. Mm-hmm. Let me tell you something. And in that Boston game, y'all, and they're headed back to New York, up 2-0. Anybody that got your money and as a prop on Boston, I advise you to start praying. Because I'm going to tell you now, if the Knicks go up 3-0 on Boston, that's going to be about it. That's going to be about it. The favorite will have left the building. The favorite will have left the building. So I'm just saying, man. Man, I'm telling you. And his fingers talking about Jokic held to 4 so far. Oh, Denver wasn't gonna win that game tonight. No. The Knicks beating Boston and going up 2-0 on them. Good Lord Jesus the Christ. 62-35 OKC. Oh, Lord Jesus. Somebody got a headache. Somebody in Denver is not doing so hot tonight. The Garden will be rocking. You got that right. Madison Square. And Gil on the inside and the outside. That whole block going to Madison Square is gonna be lit, man. See, the Lord knew what he was doing when he didn't let me relocate to a place like New York, Boston, LA, places like that. He knew what he was doing not to let me go there because I never would do what I'm supposed to be doing because I would be at somebody's ball game, especially when they have a big football and basketball presence. I'll be right there. Good Lord. I'm finna get off of here and go catch some of this game because Fingers is telling me something, man. You know, they got it going on. But let me tell you this: in all actuality, I'm just being honest with y'all. Both were basically OKC. They had to come with it tonight. You can't afford to let a team like Denver go up 2-0 on you. You can't do it. You can't do it. Not at this juncture in the series. You can't do it. That's not gonna spell well for you. I'm like Popeye and the spinach. You'll be sorry. You can't afford to let a team like Denver go up. So, Kansas City, Oklahoma City, doing the doggone thing because they have to. They better. Or Jay Carla. I told Latoya, Carla, you're going to give Gil a whooping. You're going to give him a whooping. Where is Susan? She might have quiet on here tonight. Where's she at? Susan, Gil need a whooping. He need one of them old-fashioned kind because he is on it. He's been on it for the last 2 weeks. He has been on it. He really has. So, but anyway, y'all, I'm gonna get off of here. I didn't want to be on here long. I was just, like I said, I was just testing something out and all that kind of stuff. I was just testing something out, but I believe it's going to work, and we gonna see what's what. But tomorrow, when I get in from rehearsal, we're gonna meet right back here, and we're gonna talk some Alabama football. And I know I'm right. Yeah, Fingers, thank you for coming, man. And Fingers, guess what I found today? Before you go, bro, I found my little jazz number, and I forgot that I had downloaded it into my iPad, and I was looking for something else concerning my schoolwork, and up popped my song. So I got to get with you, bro. I got to get with you. I think I've got something on my hand here, but I got to get with somebody that know what they doing. And Susie, you lurking? We only got the lurker. But yeah, Fingers, the name of the song is called Trading Places. I was going through some stuff. And when I wrote that song, Fingers, I wrote it, composed it, put the lyrics and everything, and put the music to it. To construct the song itself, it took me about 30 minutes. To put the music to it, to be quite honest, Fingers, it took me about an hour. Because here's the backdrop of my story. Y'all boy was mad that day. I was so angry. I was very angry. And I wrote that song, like I said, when you put it all together, I wrote that song in under 2 hours. Put everything to it. Woke up the next day. This was all the day before Thanksgiving. Woke up Thanksgiving morning and perfected it. So Fingers, when you get a chance, we all get a chance to meet and everything, and we be around the keyboard, I'll show you exactly what I mean. So I'm gonna need a little help there, Fingers, because there are okay, I got you. Because there are lyrics to it. There are lyrics to it too, Fingers. So I'm ready. I'm ready to launch this thing. I'm ready to launch it. Ready to launch it. So anyway, but well, everybody, Piano Man's gonna get off of here. I'm going and chill. It's been a long day, and then 4:30 in the morning we'll be here, Central Standard Time. 4:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. We'll be here in just a little bit, and I got to get her going. So, like I said, I was just on here just to try something, but kind of did not go the way I wanted it to go tonight. But I think it's going to be okay, and I think I did it right, and so it's going to be good. So anyway, y'all have a good night. Thank y'all for coming. OG Gill, Susan, Fangers, Carla, Nitra, Latoya, all the Keeping in the Buck crew, my producer Dwight. It's good to see everybody. DSG from Georgia, my partner, my brother. Good to see you. Thank you for coming. And oh my God, OKC. I don't have nothing to say about that game there, Fingers. Good night, Anitra. You have a rest. May you rest well, and may your dreams be sweet tonight. All of you all rest well. Have a good night. Don't forget to don't forget to tell the Lord thank you. Thank him for all the blessings that he's given you through the day. And then today, once we lay down and the Lord allows us to wake up in the morning, brand new mercy, brand new blessings, brand new opportunities. So thank him for today's blessings. Thank him for today's opportunities and those things that you didn't get a chance to perfect today. May the Lord bless you to perfect them tomorrow. So on that note, good night, everybody. Thank you for just stopping by the Long Run. I'm Piano Man. And the Lord willing, I'll see you all tomorrow night. But as always, roll tide. OG Gill, thank you for stopping by. JB, y'all my brothers, the governor, the minister of Interior, stopping by. Thank y'all so much. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Roll tide.